Hey, my name is Grayson Reams. Welcome to this special edition of the Erskine Roundtable with Hope Seymour and Elizabeth Sims. Y'all want to tell us what you do here at Erskine?
Absolutely. I am Hope Seymour, like you said, and I'm the coordinator of alumni relations here at Erskine.
Sweet.
And my name is Elizabeth Sims, and I am one of the admissions counselors here at Erskine.
All right, so a unique thing about the three of us here is that we are all Erskine alumni and we all currently work for Erskine. I'm in the marketing department, alumni, and admissions. Mm-hmm. So y'all two go first and then I'll jump in whenever, but tell me about like what your Erskine experience was like, and then tell me about what led you into wanting to work at Erskine, because that's a weird connect there of like going to school somewhere and then loving it so much that you want to stick around.
Absolutely. I'm sure this is probably the same for all of us, but I was involved in so much here. But being involved in like the literary societies, SCA and all of that really taught me that I love to serve people. I love to connect people and talk to people and build those relationships. And so when I graduated, I knew I have a history degree, but what do I want to do with that? And so the alumni relations position came open. I was like, I'm going to apply because this place taught me to serve the people I love, and what a better place to come back and do that. Mm-hmm. And I was blessed enough to get that position, and I've been here for 3 years. And it's just a really special thing to be able to do, and I don't think you can do that at a lot of other places.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So for me, I, was like Hope, was involved in a lot of things on campus. One of those being a student ambassador that actually works in the admissions office during their time here at Erskine. Started that my sophomore year, did it all the way through senior year, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And so that kind of just job fell in my lap. And I actually started last August as an intern, is what we called it. I worked specifically with ARP students and getting them connected to Erskine, and just worked. And then this admissions counselor position came open, and I knew I wanted to stay at Erskine, working at Erskine and doing that kind of stuff. So I took that in May, and I've absolutely loved, like you said, getting to connect with people, showing them Erskine, and kind of explaining my time at Erskine, and helping them to love it and fall in love with it and want to go to school there. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, that's a unique thing, like going to school at a place and then being an admissions counselor and an alumni director. I guess it's more unique to admissions because I'm sure a lot of alumni directors come from the college, but both ways you're connecting people to something that you love, and like you have that experiential like thing that you can talk to them about. So the reason we're here and the reason we're talking today is homecoming, because that is coming up. It's going to be a big one this year. So walk me through, like, what is the importance of homecoming? What does it mean to Erskine? Like, what kind of is the purpose of it? Let's go with Erskine, the community, the alumni, and the students. So if y'all want to take two apiece, that's good.
Two apiece. Okay. Mine's kind of a broader focused. So I work with a lot of other colleges, and we have in the alumni office a really unique thing where we're not competing. We're not competing for the same student. We're not competing for the same alumni, because our alumni are ours and everyone else has their own. Mm-hmm. So we have the opportunity to kind of like share ideas back and forth. And I think that's a really amazing thing that you won't find in a lot of like job fields. Mm-hmm. And then I think a lot of colleges are larger than us, so they don't have the opportunity to bring in students on that same day, parents on that same day, alumni on that same day, and let alone the community. And so I think it's really important that, all of these things formed us when we were here. So we have our parents that supported us. We have student development and our friends that, we formed here. And I think it's wild to see all of that come together and be the center of like Due West for a day.
Right.
I think that's incredible.
Yeah, so. Due West being a small town, I mean, like, we're going to get a lot of community involvement just because we're right here.
Yeah.
And like, a place like Clemson, there's so many students at the school and so many people coming back to the school that are alumni. You don't really get that community involvement aspect.
Absolutely.
So, cool.
And for me, like talking about community and student-wise, as a student, so both my parents went to Erskine and my grandparents. So a lot of Erskine history within my family. And so seeing or having them come back and having their friends and meeting their friends. And then more than that, a lot of their kids have also gone to Erskine. And so being able to make relationships with their kids, and then when they come back on campus and they're together and then their kids are together, and it's just generations of Erskine families, I think that's something that really makes Erskine special as well.
Yeah.
We always, to incoming students, we emphasize community. Community is such a big part of Erskine, being how small we are and just the Christian community that we build here. And I think that's very evident on homecoming, and just talking with past family and alumni. And then as a community, I work in a local church as like a youth leader, youth helper, and some of their parents went to Erskine, and having them come on and we get to be all a part of this one day, I think is really, really special. So
Absolutely. So let's go into like the actual event schedule of everything. So we're going to kick off homecoming week on Friday, and it starts at 9 a.m. and I'm going to be there because I'm going to play in it, the Erskine Open. That's a golf tournament. I think we're at like year number 49, like we're pushing 50.
Yeah.
And all the proceeds in that go to the Erskine Athletics Hall of Fame. But that's going to be a big event to kick off homecoming week. So I'm excited for that, but I'll let Hope take over for the rest of it and walk us through the homecoming calendar.
Absolutely. It's been wild. I think this is actually the first year since the pandemic and everything that we're actually kind of back to normal. So we have our Choraliers Jazz Band and Symphonia concert on Friday as well. And I know the community loves that. Like that's a staple event that we're able to have actually back in Memorial, and kind of bringing back that similar thing. And then moving on to Saturday, we have a slam-packed schedule, and it'll probably be more than what we already have, if I'm being honest. There's just so much to do and so many traditions to bring back to campus and to kind of remind everyone of. Like, obviously we have our class reunions. The class reps have worked really hard to plan those and kind of get their classes back together. We have affinity groups who are wanting to get back together and just hang out. We have obviously registration, so you can get your complimentary lunch ticket and we can feed you, because everyone wants a meal when they come back home. We have a special exhibit at Bowie Arts Center. That's going to be open from like, I think 11 to 3. And we're really excited about that, just to kind of see all the new things that are coming in. We have a chapel service in Bowie Divinity Hall. And I think that's another really special thing that we're actually able to do and able to promote. And that's another thing that really holds Erskine together. We have what we're calling Erskine Fest on the mall, and it has like our authors, artists, and artisans. So any alumni with small businesses, we're inviting them to come back and sell what they work so hard to do. And I think that's another really special thing we're able to do. Obviously, we'll have the inflatables and things for kids. We want to make sure everyone has something to do on that day. So if you want to bring your littles, you can. If you want to bring your high schoolers, you must. You have to do that. And there's just a lot of things going on with that. We also have the Alumni House dedication that day as well, which is another really big thing. We've been working so hard to kind of update that house and redo it, and now
it looks so good.
It looks
it's
great.
stunning.
It looks awesome.
It's so stunning, and this is kind of where we're able to actually open it to our alumni and let them know, hey, if you want an event or need something at Erskine back home, that you have a place to do it. You have a beautiful place to do it, and we'd be more than happy for you to host it there. So we're having our dedication for that to kind of like officially launch it. Hopefully we'll have some tailgates going on at the football game, and that's at 4 to kind of round out the day, but it's pretty slam-packed.
Yeah, I think football is playing Emory and Henry. The homecoming game, that's going to be a big game. In Greenwood, obviously, at JW Bev, which is Greenwood High School's football stadium. That's going to be awesome. I'm so excited. And so tell everybody, or I'll tell everybody, where they can go and get all the details, even more than what we just said about homecoming.
Yeah, absolutely. Homecoming, the fun thing about it is that it's usually changing. So the schedule is getting constantly updated with class reunions, other things like that. So you can go to the Erskine webpage, /homecoming, get the registration link, the full schedule, and register for the Erskine Open all in that one place. And I think that's really fun to do.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us on this special edition, homecoming edition of the Erskine Roundtable. I'm so excited for homecoming. I know all three of us are, and the whole Erskine community is. We can't wait to see everybody back. I'm going to let Sims close us out with some interesting information about upcoming, just things that you can get involved with if you're a prospective student or parent of a prospective student, and really 3 ways that we can connect with you before getting to know you.
Yeah. So we love to have prospective students on campus. I really think when students visit campus, that's when they really fall in love with Erskine. Just walking around, seeing students, meeting professors, meeting alumni like ourselves. So if you are interested in visiting Erskine, you can go to connect.erskine.edu and you can give us your information there and we can get in contact with you there. Or you can go to visit.erskine.edu and sign up for a visit and just let us know that you found out about it through the podcast and just, give us your information. And we would love to have you on campus and just to show you a little bit of Erskine and show you why we love it so much.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you next time.